Okay, so setup-wise, again, very, very good. Just be careful on occasions we don't stretch the arms out too far. I think that's going to create some tension and kind of get you a bit sort of tight in the grip. So overall, setup's good. And sometimes that left hand does get a little bit weak around that side.
Okay.
Want to make sure we get a little bit of an angle there with that left wrist. Just the logo's a bit more clear at setup. But overall, standing that golf ball really, really nicely. Like I said, at the moment now, the position you're getting that golf club in, best I've seen at top of the backswing ever. I mean, that is incredible. Like, really good. If I'm being super critical, your head's turned a little bit round there, but that's where you just turned a little bit more than maybe you need to. But in terms of the structure of that is the best, hands down, you've ever put the golf club in terms of top of that backswing position. Again, looking down the line from there, if we look at that there, lead arm, club face, perfectly parallel, club face pointing towards target. I mean, you can just look at that position there now, there, all right? That position there now, you could compare it to anyone on tour. And I'll find some photographs and show you that's exactly where you're at there. So the club face is under control, your grip's not coming off the club. We've seen the passion, not having this sort of grappling onto the fingers there to try and hold on to the golf club. So you're setting the golf club now in a position where you can deliver this club back to the ball to hit the golf ball straight. As the club then starts back down now, the arms fall nicely, your body now is unwinding and under control. The only thing, as I said, the arms, you can see, just get a little bit tucked up here. I mean, this is just picking out tiny little things. I mean, generally speaking, it's the best I've seen using the golf club with a driver for a good long while. I mean, another disperse has a little bit to the right. A lot of those dots are the other drivers you were trying. I would say a good 60% of those drives are 120 plus and in the fairway. Now, I know we want to get more distance, okay, but that will come out a couple 145s, 150s, so we can get it out there. At the moment now, it's getting this impact feeling down here, which we'll talk about in a second, how we can sort of get that swish and that speed.
I am doing what you told me to maybe get back with actually the length of the drive, but go to,
straighter is fine. I mean, you're not going to be a short hitter. I mean, you're going to get the ball a good distance and get the ball out there. As we said, though, the speed of this thing when it comes into impact, if we said, I mean, your balls when that last was like 90 mile an hour. So if we said your kind of club head speed is somewhere around 75-ish mile an hour, okay? Maybe a little bit down that, but we'll say 75, okay? Your hands are going to be somewhere in the region of sort of 20 to 25. That means your body's going to be less than sort of 4 or 5 mile an hour. So the more you kind of hit it with the body, and that's always going to be, when you try and hit something hard, it's always from the shoulder or the back of the elbow or whatever, because that's your instinct, It's going to be slowing down this to allow this to catch up. You stored so much energy there, and as we said, there's always that 2-horse race that we've had in your golf swing before. Coming back to the golf ball now, to that left side, okay? Does your club get back to the ball? Your left hip moves nice and out, then it starts unwinding. There's impact just about there. The ball's just about being hit here, and your hands are kind of behind that line. And then through the ball now, that looks incredible. I mean, such a good release of the arms there, the club. Your torso's rotating through. There's no slide. You're not moving excessively there. And the good thing as well, you're in balance, If we just look at the whole swing in a sort of full momentum, great swing. I mean, all I would say, if you just watch your head, it's almost like you're here really good, and then for whatever reason, you still just go, oh, and have a look and see what's going on there in the backswing. So if we can maintain that head looking down towards the ball in the backswing, on the way then through, we're going to just twist everything through and not keep the head down, obviously, as you don't do, but just try to sort of like, oh, have a look on the way back. I wouldn't worry about that. You only did it a couple of times. It's not something that we do in loads and loads and loads. But that structure now, again, top of that backswing position is incredible. Really, really good position. You're getting a nice sort of back of that left wrist nice and flat. The only thing now is maintaining that width through impact, where your arms stay a little bit wider, a bit more swish and speed. But overall, I've got to say, really, really good. And I say it started a little bit to the right, as we can see here, but it hasn't missed the fairway, right? It's 15 yards, 20 yards off to the side there. So that wasn't the last one. That last one was a bit faster, okay? But if you could, when you get on the golf course and play, whether it's with some of the ladies or whoever, and you can hit 8 out of 10 shots on the fairway and over a distance that is more than your 7 and your hybrid, so it's worthwhile. So there's no point you hitting a driver 80 yards because you'd be just like, well, what's the point? I was at a 7-iron, So get it down the fairway, and then once you get that confidence and that ball is going straighter and a bit longer, then you better start increasing that speed over time. But the rhythm of the swing has to come first, and once the rhythm is there, the momentum is going to speed up, okay? We're going to build that up. Imagine like a hammer throw when it's being swung out. They sort of go, what? and they build it up. Yeah, if they started trying to get jerky movements there, they'd lose that flow. The same way as well, if you had a bit of cotton thread with a bit of weight and you're just doing this with your hand, yeah, your hand's not moving that fast, and that bit of thing could be whizzing around your hand like a helicopter propeller blade really fast. And that's kind of how the golf is going to move. Yeah, you're going to be nice and relaxed. The speed is going to come with this. Yeah, we don't try and use it with the body, okay, but instinctively you try to aim with the body. That's just what your MO sort of says, yeah? I've got to say, though, really, really, really good, okay? So have a couple more shots on the mat there now. We'll give you a couple of those swing drills up.
Will do
indeed, yes.